Welcome to the deep dive. You know the mission here. We take source materials, sometimes complex, sometimes like today, really quite brief, and we try to pull out some genuine insight. Find the story hiding in plain sight. Today's source is minimal. It's just a short description called Excerpts from Harrow London Morning Serenity. And look, on the surface, it seems simple enough. Just a nice positive snapshot of a morning. But our job today is to really unpack how that feeling, that serenity, is built word by word. And maybe more importantly, how it's immediately packaged up for us.
Exactly. It's like we're looking at the anatomy of peace, but peace is a kind of product. Because this moment, this tranquility described, it doesn't feel accidental, does it? It feels curated. So we need to look at the pieces, the location, the senses they trigger, and crucially how it's framed. That framing, especially at the end, tells us a lot about marketing this perfect start to the day. It makes you ask, what is modern serenity? And, what's the transaction involved?
Okay, let's dig into this. First up, the place itself. It starts very specifically, "Good morning from Harrow, London." Why Harrow? Why not just London? Does that specificity matter?
Oh, absolutely it matters. That specificity is probably the first big clue we're talking about. Intentional atmospheric marketing here. Think about London. If you wanted energy, vibrancy, you might say Soho, right? Or maybe Camden.
Sure. Or Westminster for history, maybe the city for finance.
Precisely. But Harrow. Harrow immediately signals something different. It shifts the tone, doesn't it?
It does. For anyone who knows London, or even just big cities, Harrow suggests something further out, quieter, more residential.
That's it, exactly. It often represents that more suburban edge of the city.
Yeah.
So the location choice itself starts building the theme. It suggests this kind of advertised serenity isn't in the chaotic center. It's something you find, away from the hustle and bustle, on the edge.
So the rule being established is find peace by stepping away, moving towards the perfect.
That seems to be the implication. You have to seek it out, actively move towards this calmer zone.
But hang on a sec. Couldn't we be maybe overthinking this? What if the person just lives in Harrow and they're just sharing a nice moment they saw? Does every little detail have to be, strategic marketing?
That's a really fair point. And look, maybe it started that way, but if it were purely personal, just sharing an unedited moment, you might expect different details maybe. Something more idiosyncratic, like, oh, the coffee smells great this morning, or saw Mrs. Higgins walking her poodle.
Right, something more grounded in a personal experience.
Yeah, but the title itself, Harrow London Morning Serenity, feels optimized. Those are key words, aren't they? They're designed for search, designed to evoke a specific feeling. So the location isn't just incidental background. It feels like it's presented as a requirement for the mood.
Mm-hmm.
Step 1, be in Harrow.
Gotcha. It's setting up the formula. If you want this feeling, start here. Okay, so let's move to the sensory step then. The description is very simple, but quite effective. It says, the streets are calm, the sunlight is soft.
And this gets to the core of how they're building that tranquility. It's almost serenity by subtraction. What makes urban streets calm? Well, it's what's missing, isn't it?
Right. No honking horns, no delivery trucks roaring past, no crowds rushing for the tube.
Exactly. The absence of chaos, the lack of that aggressive morning rush noise. The peace comes from removing those stressful elements from the picture.
Serenity by subtraction. I like that. So what kind of specific anxieties are being subtracted there compared to, say, trying to find peace near a major station like Waterloo during rush hour?
Oh, loads. The anxiety of just keeping up the pressure of time, that's gone when streets are calm. The anxiety of sort of sensory overload, constant noise, visual clutter, people bumping into you, that's subtracted too. Psychologically, it's saying, this morning is clear, it's not making demands on you. It's a blank slate, free from the usual urban fight-or-flight triggers.
Okay, and then you add the soft sunlight. That's crucial too, I think. To picture it immediately. It's not that harsh, blinding light you sometimes get. It feels gentle, welcoming.
Spot on. That visual element reinforces the whole message. Think about it harsh. Direct light could feel like scrutiny, right? Or like a really abrupt, jarring start to the day. Soft light is more forgiving, diffuses things, it softens the edges, it complements the calmness.
So you combine the subtracted noise and chaos with this gentle light.
And you get this synthesized atmosphere, a complete package. And that's the key insight here, this sort of nugget of knowledge for you, the listener. The formula being presented for this perfect start depends on that specific, quieter location, Harrow, the edge, plus these two gentle conditions, calm streets, soft light. It's peace constructed very deliberately. Remove the bad, add the gentle.
That makes total sense when you break it down like that. But then this whole description, this carefully built moment of peace, it just pivots completely right at the end. It goes from pure feeling to, well, something else entirely. Let me read that last line again, exactly.
If you love peaceful London mornings, don't forget to like and subscribe, and there's a little heart emoji too.
Yes. And that's where the content really shows its hand, doesn't it? It reveals itself as a commodity. That feeling of peace, that serenity we just dissected, it's immediately packaged up and tied to the demands of whatever platform this is on.
You go straight from, lovely peace to, okay, now pick the button.
It's the attention economy in action, plain and simple. Your focus, your attention, that's the currency. That internal feeling of peace you might get from reading about Harrow, imagining it, is instantly converted into a measurable metric, a like and subscribe.
It feels quite jarring, actually. If I'm genuinely experiencing or imagining that perfect start, that calm, that soft light,